Nice one. Good job, dude.
Just a little guy.
No, it's cool though. It's really cool. When you get this fishing, I want you to show everybody how you've rigged that swim bait, because I think that's something very special. It's very different than what a lot of people do, and I think that's super cool. So tell them what you were doing right there. Yeah, right. Good fish.
Take a look in his mouth.
Yeah.
Do you see a single hook?
Yeah.
Now take a look at the Prodigy.
Yeah.
So what I do,
yeah,
is it's actually nose hook. Let me get this fish off.
Okay.
Nice little linear spotted bass.
That'll work.
So I'm gonna set mine up. So I don't know if you can see this.
Yeah, that's good.
But I have a little hook. Your Prodigy is nose hooked through there.
Mm-hmm.
Now, in order to get it to sink just a little bit better, the Prodigy has a little cavity in here.
Yeah.
And I took a little, I think it's like a 3/32 ounce.
Yeah.
Nico weight.
What people would use for Nico rigging. And you basically, these come with a rattle in that chamber, and you took the rattle out and then you replaced it with a Nico weight, so that way you're able to come out here, use your Panoptics, and then target suspended fish. So it's almost like a soft body spy bait or something like that, and you're really dialing into like fish in the midwater column. That's super cool. That's smart, man. That's really cool. I like that. That's a genius, actually. That's really awesome. And that's another really cool thing about this bait, is just, once again, showing them something different and fishing in a different way. Really good job, Ed. Awesome stuff right there.
Go get him.
Yes, sir. Hey guys, Ryan Hanks here for Cast Fishing, and I want to show you something that we're very excited about bringing to the market. This is our first expansion into using soft plastics and creating these. And what I want to show you guys is our Cast Prodigy. These will be available in 3-inch and 4.1. But we're up here on Lake Lanier today. I think it's January 2nd, 2022. And one of my absolute favorite ways to catch really big spotted bass on this lake is fishing a very teeny swim bait out deep. You would think that's pretty crazy using something so small, but I can tell you my biggest fish have come off something this size. And when we designed the Prodigy, we didn't want to just bring another swim bait to the market. We wanted to try, you know, after being out here for a long amount of time, throwing a lot of swim baits, and modify it the way we wanted it for ourselves. So the first thing you're going to notice here is the tail on this swim bait is an oversized, almost like upside down heart. And what that will do, that caused the whole bait to list when you're reeling it through the water. So you're getting a lot of action. But my favorite feature about this bait is on the belly right here, there actually is a little insert of a glass rattle. So the way we fish this, we'll fish it a lot of times in the winter, you know, 40, 50 feet deep in a ditch, because the fish are cold, they're grouped up, and we're crawling it on the bottom. And that little glass rattle is just letting it click along, almost like a crawfish. It's letting the fish alert to this bait as you're moving it across the bottom of the water. I've just had the opportunity, just came from Florida, just left Dale Hollow Lake, got my personal best, almost 6-pound smallmouth of 593 on this bait. My buddy Ed, who's actually filming this for me, has been out here, got a spot close to 5 pounds. And as you guys saw previously, what Ed's doing is, it's really smart. It's a cool way where you can take out that glass rattle and insert a tungsten Nico weight, and then nose hook this bait. So now he's able to use his Panoptics and scan for fish over brush piles and target suspended fish. So there's a lot of applications. You know, wintertime, North Georgia, Highland reservoirs, this little swim bait is probably my favorite thing to throw. You know, and then after seeing how Ed modified that, you could take that same nose hook Nico bait and go fishing 5 feet of water, and now you're giving a really subtle presentation. So this is the Cast Prodigy. We're super excited to bring this to market. It should be available mid-January into February, and I can't wait for you guys to try it. All right, I want to show you guys the exact gear I'm using to throw the 3-inch Prodigy. I'm using a Shimano X-Pride 7-foot medium. I like the medium because it lets the fish pull in the bait and then get a good hookup. It's got some bend in the end of it. You know, when we're catching these fish on the bottom, we're not setting the hook. That's very important to mention that. You know, you want to reel into the fish and let the rod load up. And I have that paired with a 3000 twin power. I'm using our 12-pound Cast X12 braid to a 7-pound fluorocarbon leader. This is a very finesse technique, especially when you're fishing deep. You know, going with that smaller diameter line and smaller leader will let you get down deep. And then I have that paired to I think it's a 1/4 ounce lead head. So when I'm 35 foot or less, I use a 1/4 ounce. Once I get out into fishing 40 to 50 feet, I like to go to a 3/8. But I want to show you guys exactly what we're doing here. So we've got this ditch behind us, and there's fish that have basically grouped up right in the middle of this ditch. The first thing you want to do is make a very, very long cast, because you want to cover a lot of water with your swim bait. So, you know, this light line, this medium rod, it'll let me really bomb this cast out there. So once I've casted that out there, I want to give this bait plenty of time to make sure it is on the bottom. I think that's a big mistake a lot of guys make, is they throw the swim bait out, they engage their reel, and they start swimming. And when it's really cold like this in the winter, those fish want this bait right on the bottom. So you need to make sure it's down there. And then I want to show you guys exactly how slow I'm reeling. That's the most important part of it. So I've got my bait. I feel like it's on the bottom now. And I'm going to start retrieving, pointing the rod at the bait. And this is how slow I'm rolling. And Ed, if you want to get closer over here and just kind of show this. This is literally, I'm crawling it. You want this bait to be on the bottom the whole entire time back to the boat. There's a lot of scenarios where if it's not touching the bottom, they're not going to bite it. And that's all it is. It's a little painful, but you catch some really big fish doing this, especially in the wintertime when it's super cold. You know, those fish are lethargic. They don't want to chase. And this is probably the best technique at catching, you know, very, very big deep water fish in the wintertime.
Talk about bottom content.
Yeah.
Important.
So yeah, right now, you know, I am going over a little bit of rock and brush out there, but you know, you are going to lose a few jig heads fishing this way in open water with an exposed hook. But most times, 9 times out of 10, if you get hung, just take the boat right over to where you are and you can pop it off. But I like that exposed hook because, as I mentioned before, I'm not setting the hook like I would do with a worm or a jig. You know, I'm just letting the fish take the bait and then the rod load up and then just pulling slowly the opposite way. And, you know, I have my drag. It's pretty loose right now. It's a finesse game, but man, like I said, you catch some just absolute monsters out here in the deep on this little tiny 3-inch swim bait. It's one of my favorite things to do. And it's pretty much over the last few years become my go-to in the wintertime. I just got picked up out there deep and I'm just keeping the rod loaded up. Pick this up. This is probably about 30 foot of water where this fish ate it. And he did that classic bump, and then he picked up the bait. I'm just taking my time with this fish. Like I said, I'm using a 7-pound fluorocarbon leader, 12-pound braid. It's really just a big finesse technique. And I got a really nice spotted bass on here. Just take your time with them. I like it. It's nice coming back from Florida and getting on these spotted bass. Any of you guys that know me know how much I love spotted bass. Even though I catch tuna and crazy stuff down there, these fish just do something for me. I like it. And he picked that was right on the bottom, guys. And that's where you want it. This is a really nice spot, Ed. Well, I say really nice. I've been in Florida not catching spotted bass, but I think this one would make the bag if we fish a tournament together. And he's choked this thing too. That's a nice spot right there. And if you want to see, look how far back he choked this swim bait. I mean, these big fish love these little swim baits, guys. I'll try and show you. You'll be seeing the rod down. Look how far back that swim bait is in that fish's mouth. Just absolutely choked it. And that's what you want right there. And that's fun to do, especially in wintertime fishing. Get a big bag like that, come out here, throw the Prodigy around, and get a good sack. I like it. That was right on time, wasn't it? Really nice Lake Lanier spotted bass. Look how fat these fish are. I mean, they have a belly that's just crazy. That's a good one right there. We're gonna let him go back to his home out here in 40 feet of water. In the wintertime, that water's cold. Let's go. I like it. Good deal. Let's get another one. So did you hook that one on the suspending bait?
No, this is on a jig head.
On a jig head right on the bottom?
Right on the bottom.
Nice.
This is a nice fish right here.
Good one?
Yes.
Look at those head shakes.
Yeah. Coming up.
Good job, dude.
Yes, sir. This fish, we're fishing out on a hump out here. And I was scanning with my Panoptics. I saw him at 80 feet.
Oh, wow.
Threw it over there and he smoked it on the way down.
That's cool. Oh, yeah. He's not too happy about that, is he? Oh, yeah, that's a toad. Nice fish, brother. Good job. That's a big one right there. Good fish, dude. I like it. That's the right kind right there.
You like that grin right there?
Yeah, that's the right kind right there. That's a big spot.
Oh, come here, girl.
She wasn't done. Look at that. She's not done. Good fish, brother. Yes, sir. That's a good one right there. That's
Look
a
at
big
that
spot.
one.
Yes, sir. Good job. Prodigy. All right, so we're out here actually on a hump, on a main lake hump, and fishing the edges of it. Just doing the same thing, probably 20 to 30 feet deep, and slow rolling that swim bait on the bottom. And this guy, this time there was no bump. He just loaded up on it. Not a big one, but that'll work. Little guy. They're not always giants, y'all. They're not always giants, but you can see even these freaking small spots up here have a belly on them. Little Prodigy, little spot, probably 30, 40 feet deep. Good deal. All right, yeah, that wasn't what I was hoping for there. I was hoping that was a 5.5 pounder for you guys.
Do you like it?
I like it. Yeah, I like it. I like even the small ones. They're good. All right. Oh, that's a good one.
Just hooked up.
So we're using our Panoptics and searching off the end of this hump right here, and we've located some fish. Once again, just throwing right out towards them and getting it on the bottom. Just hooking out. Taking my time with them.
Hit that spot lock button. It's the front right. The anchor. There you go.
Fat little spot on the Prodigy. That's so fun, man. This one did that bump, then he got it. I like that. It's so much fun fighting these fish deep on this finesse tackle. It's one of my favorite things. Yeah, so there's probably, you know, when they get to be like, you're seeing 2 and 3 and 4 fish, a lot of times if you can get the bait by them, you'll get a bite because they get very competitive with each other. So, you know, if you're sometimes picking off a single fish, maybe he won't bite it, but if you can find them grouped up like that in the winter, 9 times out of 10, if you get the bait over there, they're gonna hit it. Little fatty on the Prodigy. Cool, let's keep doing that, that's fun. All right. This is a good bite right here. I think this is a decent one. There's so much bait in this area, and this just mimics it perfectly. This is a good fish. Oh yeah, this is a big one. Nice. Check out this spot, Ed.
Heck yeah, brother.
That is the right kind right there. And he just finally gave up when he got here. Chilled out. Look at that one. And look. You can see he's got that dang thing in the back of his mouth, and that's what you want right there. It's a good linear spot. I'll take it.
Yes, sir.
Right, nice. That just came out. Look. Good fish right there. See what we got. It's really fun throwing this in a swim bait around up here for these fish, especially catching that size spot on light line. It's fun. All right, let's do it again. Cool.
I like it.
Yes, sir.